Hello there, and welcome to Non-Dairy Cards, where we continue our series of Confessions of a Breakaholic. Sorry if you don't think that's funny, but I'm a big Isla Fisher fan, so I'm not going to ever complain about that. Really, we're going to go through part number 6 of this. This is the second half of Break 5 that I was part of. Format for the break, as always, was every team was on the wheel. You bid and then spun the wheel to get your team. There were also some blaster boxes. There were some slab packs, which I did win a few of the slab packs. But it was the main teams in the break were going to be breaking apart a jumbo box of Topps Update and a hobby box of Topps Update. And so thus far through 4.5 of the different groups, we've ended up with 5 total autographs, 2 relics, and for numbered cards, we got 1 in the slab pack, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 total numbered cards here. So a pretty good selection of numbered cards in the slot or in the boxes thus far, but we'll go ahead and hop right into it without further ado. I'm going to just move these guys out of our way. Thus far, our biggest hits have been the Hyseong Kim redemption and the Jackson Merrill, I'd probably say, although the Josué Gonzalez is also a pretty decent card here, so getting some value, but when we get down to it, we'll kind of recap what we probably could have done instead. All right, first one, this was the Giants. So I was hell-bent on getting the Giants in these breaks, and as you'll be able to tell pretty quickly, it didn't really serve me all that well. So got a number of different rookies, and we got Logan Webb, Rafi Devers, and another Logan Webb on the parallels here. So not getting a ton of value from the Giants out of this, but that's my team, and I'd be bummed if they got a huge hit and I wasn't the one to have them, which luckily didn't happen in this particular case. So now as we get into team number 2, the Rangers here. Again, a bunch of rookies, and then we've got our parallels, DeGrom, double DeGrom, and then our first auto here of the actual break itself. So we got that auto redemption. So out of the 4 hits, we've gotten 2 of them thus far. So we got the Dustin Harris rookie auto here on card for the Rangers here on the 90s parallel. Now we've got the Nationals next up here. And so for the Nationals, we got the Dylan Cruz rookie debut, a bunch of the rookie cards here, and then we've got another numbered card. And again, another one on the Mojo pack or the Mojo card from the silver packs here. This one numbered to 150, a nice color match for Mackenzie Gore on that one. So, we're getting some luck on the silver packs with the numbered cards as part of this break here. And so the Twins here, probably our best card's going to be this Luke Keeschel on the black gold. I would assume here, without going through too much else here. But yeah, everything else base rookies here. Get through the next set here. So we've got in the Brewers, and I think the Brewers ended up being pretty kind to me as well. So we got Yelich on the MVP, and then Chad Patrick on the numbered card, numbered to 150 on the blue here. So, not going to complain. Another numbered card coming from the packs there. So thus far, 2 numbered cards, an auto in the second half of this break. We'll get into the Phillies. So we got, again, a bunch of rookies. We got our parallels. We got that terrible cut on the 90s. And then Mystical of Bryce Harper. Again, my favorite of the parallels or the inserts that they have in this particular set. So we'll toss them up to the top. Get into the next one. And we got the Pirates here. So we got Harrington, a bunch of Harrington. And then we've got our Sand Glitter on the Grant Koch, another Thomas Harrington, and Ji Hwan Bae. So we'll sleeve up the Harrington on the Mojo, because again, those are the cards I enjoy out of the silver packs. Those are always fun. Probably going to be a lot of those cards out there, but I like them anyway. All right, now we got the Rockies, who I end up with the Rockies a lot in breaks. So when you enter a break and you get the Rockies, they might have to be your favorite team. So you may just have to change your mind and say, you know what, I'm going to start rooting for the Rockies here. They do have a lot of young players, so they can be pretty exciting here in the near future. Hopefully, baseball's always better when you got some nice cards. That one just looks good, so I'm sleeving up Juan Mejia. Probably didn't need to, but I did it anyway. And now we've got the Diamondbacks, which is another one of those kind of dud teams in the break. And I think we're going to have a similar experience with the Rays here. So the next few teams, I can already tell there's nothing in sleeves. So we're not looking at any sort of top loaders or any hits. But we do have the couple of Camaneros on the All-Star game, and then a Sand Glitter of the Jamie Westbrook. The Sand Glitters look really good. So, I won't complain about those ones. I've kind of been not really paying that much attention to them. But in person, they do have a nice vibe to them. All right. Got the Cardinals, and again, a lot of the base cards. We got Pujols on the MVP parallel, and then Sagasi on the Sand Glitter. So I think with the blue or the purple teams, this looks better, but that's just me. All right, last two teams in the break before we get into our slab packs here. So we got the Royals. Take a look at what we get. We got John Rave, and these are all going to be our kind of base cards. We got another Noah Cameron on the Mojo card, so we'll sleeve him up. Then it looks like we've got something top-loaded behind this poorly cut Bobby Witt. So we've got our Bobby Witt in a poor cut here, but now we've got a much better Bobby Witt on this Mystical. Looks like it's numbered to 50. Not sure if you can see that there, but that one's actually, I think it's a chrome card here on this one, but maybe not. It just looks nice. So, in comparison to the standard Mystical, looks like it's gold on the border there. But I think that might be all that's different on it. I'm going to try to pop it out and see if the card itself... No, it's the same basic card. It's just that on the trim around the outside, the little filigree or whatever that is gold on the numbered card. So numbered to 50. I'm not going to complain about Bobby Witt numbered to 50. We'll go ahead and get him. We'll put him up on his own stand instead of doubling down on him. And we'll get into our last team here, which is the Reds. All right, so already seeing a couple of top loaders here, so that's positive, possible news for us. So we've got, again, a lot of the base cards. And then we've got Joey Votto on the parallel. Johnny Bench here on the Mojo. So, again, Mojos get the sleeves. And I think I'm going to have another sleeve coming up here. Not sure. Here, so we've got a couple of different Ellies in this case. So there's the All-Star Game Ellie, and then we've got this. Not sure why that one is a different color, but it's like an aqua checklist here. So I'm going to go ahead and sleeve that up. Not sure if that's a short print or something here. So maybe I'll look at the bottom, see the code. Yeah, the code's different, so that's got to be a short print. Here, so that's nice. Got a short print of Ellie here. Don't have any top loaders, but we'll throw him back here with these other guys. And then another Ellie on the Mystical. So getting a little bit of luck on the Mysticals in this particular break. So again, That's my favorite insert of these ones. Another Johnny Bench on the Mojo. And then we've got Jose Trevino on the numbered to 250. And then I probably spoiled it there by looking at the Trevino. And we've got Elly De La Cruz on the player worn 90s relic card. So there we go, 54 of 99. So missed off by 10 on that. So in this particular break here, we only got 2 of the 4 hits, even though we had a majority of the teams in the break. So, that's the kind of luck that you can have when getting into these breaks. You're going to get a lot, especially if you're trying to monopolize the break. At that point, just buy the box. Just buy the boxes. Because, what I spent on getting into this break, I probably could have gotten 2 or 3 boxes of jumbo. And so I could have ended up with, 12 of the hits instead of getting 2 of the hits. But, we got a lot of those parallels here, especially those miscuts. And then the actual hits that we ended up with, we'll go through these guys before we get into our slab packs here. So got a good handful of the Mojo cards. I'm not sure why I sleeved that one up again, other than it looked good. Then we got the Elly and the Bryce on the Mythicals, Luke Keeshall on the Black Gold, and then we've got the Elly on what I'm assuming is a short print, just based on the number on the back. So I could be wrong on that, but I will be looking that up obviously later. And then as we get into our numbered cards, we got 4 numbered cards on this break here. So we ended up with the Bobby Witt to 50, the Mackenzie Gore and Chad Patrick to 150, and Jose Trevino to 250. And then we have Elly on the relic and Dustin Harris on the auto. So if we count just what was in the boxes here, we've got 2 relics so far. We've got 3 relics, 4 autos, 5 if you include the chrome box in there. And then from numbered cards, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 numbered cards from the break. So a lot of numbered cards, not as much of what we would hope for in these. But without further ado, let's get into the kind of the reason I got addicted to this break, which was these slab packs. Again, not the best use of money. Just go buy the slabs that you want, but ended up with this Gilded Collection Mariano Rivera Gem Mint 10, number to 50 on that, number 30 of 50. So, good looking card, PSA Gem Mint 10. Not going to complain about it. I think he's might be the only unanimous Hall of Famer in history, so we'll go ahead and pull him up here. Our next one here, this one's a good one here. So I was excited about this one. So I got Jacob Wilson, numbered to 299 on the Topps Chrome purple glitter auto here. So he's a good player. I like Jacob Wilson. So he just came up and just a consistent hitter. So he's not going to be your slugger, but that's a guy who's going to get on base. He's going to play good defense. So one of the guys you just like on your team. And then our last card from the slab is going to be this Jackson Holiday Bowman Inception, numbered to 50. Here, on-card auto. So I think both of these are on-card. Yeah, so both of these are on-card auto. So we were able to add a couple more autos to our experience here, but we got Jackson Holiday, and again, being on the Orioles, that's a good option there. And then numbered to 50, not going to complain. So after all of that, if we count up our wins so far, we've got I think a total of 9 autos, 3 relics, and 18 numbered cards or something like that. So hopefully you're getting some enjoyment out of this, but appreciate you going along this journey with me, and we will see you again next time.